RTM. AM Live on RTM. AM Live on RTM. AM Live on RTM.
Hello and welcome to AM Live this beautiful morning. My name is Shayo John Adebayo. Of course, this is the show where we inspire you, we inform you, and we entertain you. We also edify you, yes, because we have wonderful segments on this AM Live show, as you know it. And today again, we have amazing stories to bring to you and wonderful discussion today. It's really going to be a wonderful time on this show today, and I'm not here alone as always. I have with me to my right, joining us today is...
Good morning, everybody.
Good
My
morning.
name is Sion Uluwashon, and I'm happy to be here.
Yes, you're welcome to AM Live.
Thank you.
And then to my left is...
Good morning, everyone. I am Esther Joshua Tiluko, and welcome to AM Life again.
So I really trust God for grace today. That's one man in the midst of two women. And coincidentally, but I say coincidentally or by arrangement, there's a conversation we'll be having today. I really need you men to join me, to support me. You understand? You know, there was a video that was circulating in social media, but we will not start with that, because if we start with that, it's like their energy is too popped. You understand? They might win me. So let me just let's start with the international news first. I like the AI news. Let's start with that, and then we'll now come to other stories that we have for you today. So please stay with us, and let's ride. So let's go straight to the first story.
All right, thank you very much. So the first news we have here, international news, it says that Dr. Bosun Tijani, Nigeria's Minister of Communications, Innovations and Digital Economy, attended and was inaugurated as a founding member of the AI for Good Global Commission during the AI for Good Global Summit 2026 that held in Geneva. And that is really astounding, because we see a Nigerian who not just attended, but then was inaugurated as a founding member in a very big international sector. I think this is a very big win for Nigeria. The AI for Good Global Summit took place at the Pelexpo, Convention Center in Geneva, Switzerland, and it was organized by the International Telecommunication Union with over 50 UN partner agencies, and with Switzerland. It focused on practical AI solutions for sustainable development, governance, and ethics. So we're going to be looking at the angles. First of all, we're going to shine the spotlight a bit on Dr. Bosun Tijani, and then we're going to talk about AI and its, evolution in Nigeria. So let me hear. It looks like you have a lot to say already.
Yeah, I'm trying to put my thoughts together, actually. Of course, congratulations to him, and it's a win. I've always known that Nigeria is blessed. You understand? It's blessed with creative people, blessed with talented people, blessed with, people that carry special graces. Yeah. And the world is beginning to realize that. I don't know if you have discovered that in virtually all sectors, in music, in entertainment, in art, like
fashion.
If a person, I've been hearing that before, but lately I just came to that realization that wait, Nigeria is blessed, and we are strategically positioned to bring to light some of God's plan for the end time. Yeah. And when I say God's plan, because we cannot, it looks like innovation, it looks like, but God has it all planned out.
Yes,
and we are gradually getting to the end of the world. So all the greatest innovations, inventions that we have never seen in history. We expect to see more of them. And for a Nigerian to be sitting in that space, it speaks something. It speaks something. And I believe, someone has said, a man of God said that Nigeria has a major role to play in some of the prophecies about the end time. So some of these achievements is not coincidental.
Yeah.
And that's just a challenge for every one of us, to particularly believers now, because we're children of God. It's a challenge for us to now begin to see ourselves the way God sees us, and position ourselves for what God is set to do in this season. Because this man is in the tech space, and he's
our Minister of Communications and Innovation.
Look at that, you understand? So in your own field, in my own field, and one thing I've also discovered about God is that He uses people who have built capacity. They used to say God does not just use just anybody.
Yeah.
So you understand? So if you want to be a major role player in this end time event, begin to build capacity, begin to develop yourself, develop your craft, begin to expand your knowledge, because in this kind of space they won't bring you there if you don't have what it takes and what to offer. So that's just my take on all of this. They are all events of the end time, and more are still to come, and Nigeria is going to be playing a major role in this. So we all need to begin to position ourselves, align ourselves, so we can be major role players.
Yeah, and away from that, let's look at the impact of AI coming into Nigeria. Away from the funny videos and the videos with mishaps, right? But we cannot underscore the effect AI has had on businesses, on even creativity and innovation. Esther, let me hear what you have to say.
Okay, so permit me before I come to the effect of AI, because the major thing that this commission is meant to look into is how AI uses our data, right? And because for some people, right, the data that they generate are quite sensitive, especially for businesses and companies like law firms that have confidentiality situations and things like that, right? So, but before I dive into that, I just want to help the audience or the people watching at home understand the gravity of what this means for Nigeria, for Dr. Bosun Tijani to be part of this commission. We have 44 founding members, right? Yes. And of those 44, we have giants in there. And I'm going to read a few of them. We have Paul Kagame, one of, this is someone that I look up to an extent, right? President of Rwanda, who is the co-chair. We have Mark Benioff, a Salesforce CEO. We have Jensen Huang, the NVIDIA CEO. I don't know if you know NVIDIA. NVIDIA is one of the top people in terms of innovation when it comes to anything software, anything technology, right? They're one of the best, the foremost company in terms of technology, right? And we have Amazon CEO Andy Jassy. We have Microsoft President Brad Smith. We have Anthropic. Anthropic are the people that are in charge of Claude AI, right? You have their co-founder Jack Clark. You have Google Alphabet CEO James Mayika, and then you have our own WTO Director General Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, also part of this initiative. And then we have Bosun Tijani also, Dr. Bosun Tijani. So this shows us that the gravity of the level of people that are involved in this commission shows that this is a win for Nigeria. We have two Nigerians in there. We have two Nigerians, right? So Nigeria is, like he said, like Mr. Shaya said, Nigeria is strategically positioned to bring the to bring the world to the point that it needs to get to the level that it needs to get to in terms of innovation and technology.
To look like Nigeria is an instrument in God's hands.
Exactly.
To lead the world in His will and in His plan.
Exactly. Yes. And coming to the AI discussion and the impact of AI. I read a LinkedIn post recently by one of my mentor's wife. She's a lawyer, and she speaks about AI and how we use AI in the legal sense, that we always easily just go into the AI systems and have it process our important information and sensitive information, and we do not understand how exactly it uses those data. So this commission is birthed to build systems and policies around AI, how we use our data and things like that. And they focus on building trust in AI, expanding access to AI, particularly in developing countries, promoting responsible AI development, using AI to address real-world challenges, and then reducing the digital divide and preventing AI from increasing inequality. So these are some of the things that they are meant to address. And I think this initiative is, it's the next step to the phase that we are in when it comes to AI and how it impacts the world at large.
Beautiful.
I totally agree.
Beautiful. And there's this conversation around AI. People say, AI will take your job, AI will take your job if you do not. And some people say, no, AI cannot take your job, this and that. And so what I'll just say about that is every one of us, AI has come to stay. We can't, it's here already. So every one of us, let us just see it as a tool, and let's also challenge ourselves.
Yeah, and because AI is not going to take over the world.
Exactly.
You can rest assured.
Yes.
And take away the fear from your mind that maybe, because some people feel that someday would come when there'll be an AI apocalypse and AI is going to take over the world, and that's why they have to be nice to their ChatGPTs or their Claude. They use please and thank you. It's okay, but we don't have to be scared that AI is taking over the world. Plus, we have no.
Are you sure we don't
because
have to be scared?
Because of these summits that we have now, you
Yes.
spoke about data security.
Yes.
So if policies are being put in place to protect our data, then I don't think we have anything.
But the point is that we have jobs online right now that are
Yes,
having
jobs.
people teach
Yes.
AI on how to think and how to process stuff. There's one that you send your selfies and you do your daily activities and you put it into the AI systems, and it helps understand how humans relate.
I feel like with stuff like that, you still need humans to still monitor and still keep AI in check. So AI is not going to take over because we are still the innovators.
Okay, get me. I'm not saying AI is going to take over, right?
Right.
I'm not. Of course, by God's grace, it's not going to take over, right? But my point is that AI, right? AI is being taught right now to think on its own.
Yes.
AI is being taught right now to more like mimic human beings, right? And it has gone far.
That's the thing.
There's a level of AI that already exists that we the public don't even have access to yet.
Super intelligence.
You understand?
Super
Intelligence that we don't have access to yet, right? So if that level of AI exists, there's a chance. What we see in movies, there's a possibility of it happening. But like you said, the commission is created for that purpose.
So many movies.
No, maybe not in our generation, because I
want to go to heaven.
I want to go to heaven. Exactly. I don't want to be here to find out.
Exactly.
One thing is just that God is a very humorous God, and while the discoverers, let me put it that way, those who are making these discoveries are seeing some of these things as wow, new discovery, wow, so this is possible. God is far ahead already, and you understand. So why they are discovering, and it looks like my brain is really because they can be arrogating this credit to themselves, like wow, we are the one discovering. It's actually God opening your eyes. Okay, yeah,
to see,
humans, open your eyes to this. Oh yeah, let me open your eyes to this again. But the truth is, God's plan is structured. It can. Anything that is not written in the Bible.
And I don't think God will allow AI to take over the world because He loves us too much.
You went ahead.
He sent His Son to die for us, not AI.
No, you are taking it to personal. That's where I'm actually going. That God is in charge of it. You understand? No matter how the mind we are using, He created it. You understand? We can't be ahead of God. So, but it's just that God is having fun watching us unravel the great, treasures He has put in us, and that's just a very quick challenge to somebody out there. There's so much treasures locked up on your inside. In whatever field you have been called, either as a singer, there are still some kind of sound that we have not even heard in anywhere in the world. And if you can travel deep down, as someone called in that space, you can draw it out.
Definitely.
So there's still much more. This is the end time. So we're not going to be doing all of that in heaven. So let's, travel.
There's not going to be AI in heaven.
Exactly. So let's bring out all the discoveries and let's wow, the world. And particularly for us in the faith, there's so much more we can do to bring glory to God. It's not only in the secular space that we'll be celebrating innovations, celebrating all of these, great inventions. Let it be coming from the church too. Sion, Oluwaseun just invented. Oh yeah, what have I invent?
after the show.
Yeah, all right. So that was a beautiful one. So very quickly, let's just really touch on this. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo. I was trying to look at the entire story and paraphrase, but it's like a long read. I'll just paraphrase. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo leads about 100 elderly citizens on 2.5-kilometer health walk in Ogun State. So let me just read a bit of that. Over the weekend, the former President Olusegun Obasanjo called on elderly citizens across the country to include long-distance walks in their daily routine so as to elongate their lifespan, as well as free their muscles from age-related infirmity. The former president emphatically declared that in growing old, physical exercises like long-distance walk remains a vital element to making sure that people above 70 years of age grow gracefully, graciously, and in a way that even guarantees ability to live the way they should live. Obasanjo stated this while speaking after leading about 100 elderly citizens of Ogun State on a 2.5-kilometer health walk around the Abeokuta metropolis as part of the Keep Fit program of the Senior Citizens Club of the Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library, Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. So, okay, yeah, let me just read this paragraph. The Keep Fit Health Walk, however, featured men and women, all of whom were in their 70s and 90s, as members of the club, for which the Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland, Oba Adedotun Aremu Gbadebo, is their patron. Addressing participants after the walk, Obasanjo described the walk as both an awareness campaign and an encouragement for senior citizens to stay active, stressing that such regular exercise will ensure their better living conditions as they grow older. This is really, really beautiful. I saw the video. I don't know if we'll be able to bring up the video, but the video, was online, and I saw the way Baba was, in fact, the younger ones were trying to catch up with him, and I was just wondering that, wow. Now, but I'm afraid for our generation, like our generation, because as far as I'm concerned, an average young person does not prioritize exercise.
We kind of live a sedentary lifestyle. Everybody's in front of their laptops from morning till night.
Do you blame them though?
Well,
Because most job that we have these days, the structure of most jobs we have these days is system, phone, laptop, phone.
At the same time, you can always get up maybe 30 minutes, just walk around. Like they say, go outside and touch grass.
Of course.
Just walk around.
It takes more intentionality to now take out time
Intentionality.
and go out and take walks and all of that, which is true.
I mean, instead of taking escalators, you can use the stairs.
Okay.
Now, this is a very serious conversation actually, because I see my mom do certain things at her age. She still tries to exercise, even in the house. Sometimes we have she has a very large living room, so sometimes she jogs from one end of the living room to the other end, and she does something. To the glory of God, she's a bit above 60. Anytime she sits down, I'm trying to say how intentional our parents are more than us. Anytime she sits down, she doesn't rest her back. Normally when you sit, you just want to rest your back. And
Slouch.
she doesn't do that. She sits upright. She says because anytime she's doing that, she's telling the body that, oh, relax. She's telling the body, you are still, if she feels anything, so no, you're not, are you getting that? But she exercises. But I like that point that many of us spend more time on phones, in systems, and I think that's the difference. In their own generation, they didn't have more of this technological, all these gadgets we have today. But today now, like 70 to 80% of your life and my life is revolved or revolves around this. I have my to-do list here, I have my notes, I have my diary, I have everything here.
And so, I want to say that even for some of us who now actually go to the gym, inconsistency.
Yes. And
they would start today, you see them tomorrow, morale high. Before you know, morale start getting low. And before you know it, they've cancelled their gym membership.
So how do we encourage our generation to begin to take exercise seriously? Because by the time we get to 50, 60, it's going to be a different ball game. Oh.
I was seeing a video, where I think a man of 30 was playing with his kids, and then he bent down. As at the point where he would stand up, he started seeing stars. I don't know if you've seen videos like that, and when the video is like, you jump.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a trend. You jump from somewhere and expect that your body is still with you, only to find out look at your body on the floor.
Yeah.
Only to see that your body is on the floor. And these people doing these videos are young people, not elderly people. Right? And you begin to see young people having ankle pains, joint pains. Where is this coming from? And I want to say that it's not just about exercise. Our diet as well. Our diet as well. Because if our former president, Obasanjo, can do this, and Adeboye also.
Yes.
These people are elderly, and then they are still agile and strong.
I even heard that annual prayer work that Daddy does with pastors, younger pastors.
We're racing after him.
Imagine at 84.
84.
So this is a challenge to every one of us, to myself, to you, to every one of us. Let us prioritize. Though I try to do that, you understand. In fact, at some point I included it in my daily to-do list. You understand. But by the time I just have 2 minutes, I'm just jog on the spot. But I think I'm beginning to be more intentional lately. So let's just be. The word is intentionality. Even if you maybe as a video editor you spend more time sitting down and all of that. Like she said, you can actually say, okay, every 2 hours set an alarm. You just take a walk.
Yeah.
You understand? Just be intentional about it. Because
I even want to add that. Sorry, if you have to go out, maybe you have to go a distance and you have to drive. You can maybe drive to a certain location. When you are near to where you are, walk the rest of the way. If you still have time, it helps.
Where will I park my car?
That is, you got me there. But
I understand.
I'm not saying
some people just spend more time. 70% of their life behind the wheel.
Behind the wheel or behind
people
the
just
screen.
to go behind to the next street, they want to drive there. So I get.
Or we can get
point.
bicycles instead. I mean.
Yes. It's true. And I sold my bicycle. Maybe I'll need to get one again. But let's be intentional, please. Exercise because I don't even know if I should say this. For in fact, it works for both men and women.
Yeah.
For those who are aspiring to be married and those who are married, how physically fit you are.
How is Esther looking at you that way when you say that?
I'm trying to understand the points that he's getting at.
Thank you very
I
much.
saw the look on her face and I was like, oh my God.
Baba Obasanjo, you understand? That's him on the screen there, I'm doing the work. Now, I was saying something. I said, how physically fit you are also determines how well you perform your conjugal duties to your spouse.
Okay.
And I deliberately brought that up because a lot of people were not looking into that. We're just busy looking for money and all of that. And
not only that, sorry to cut you there, it also plays a huge role in conception.
Wow.
The quality of the seed, it plays a huge role in that. So if you are not fit, if you don't take out time to be healthy and to be fit and to have some form of exercise in your daily routine, it can affect the quality of the sperm in terms of conception. So I mean, if old people are doing it, I think we young people should take it much more important. And I want to commend our former president. Yes. Thank you so much for this initiative. We've known him to be someone who is very agile and on the move and physically active. And let's also pay homage to one of the actresses that we have. I think Kate Henshaw.
Yes, that woman
she turned 55 recently, and when you see her, you would think she's much younger than I am.
Because she takes physical fitness very, very seriously.
So I think it's something that we as young people should emulate.
Let's go and register for gym. Let's go.
So with these few points of ours, sorry our viewers, I would like to go on a short break because we are so pumped. We need to quickly do some exercise now. So when we're done with that, we'll come back. No, that was just in the lighter note. We're going on a short break. We'll be right back.
AM Live on RTM.
People will remember the stage, but heaven remembers every hand that made room for the encounter. Because service isn't what happens before the miracle. Sometimes it is the miracle. The next story of impact could begin with you. 85 hours marathon Messiah's praise is already taking shape, and it begins with willing hearts.
As a reward of their waiting on you, praising you all these hours, everything that will make their own joyful, release unto them. And together let us serve you till the end.
Be part of the hands and heart making it happen. Praise volunteer registration is now open.
AM Live on RTM.
You're welcome back. It's still the AM Live, and we're still here having a wonderful time on the show, even as we bring you along with us. So the next story now, I said in my opening that this is 2 against 1. So this is that place we have gotten to, and it was our dearly beloved sister, Mariah Falabi Brown, that made a statement and has got everybody talking on social media. But I've heard a bit of Sion's perspective on that subject, and I've also heard her perspective on that. So I know the angle they might want to come from, but by the grace of God, I'm ready.
You still won't see us coming. You still will not see us coming.
Really? Yeah. Men, let's be together on this. Please display the WhatsApp number so that I can get points from my fellow men. All right.
Okay, so Mariah Brown said that when she married her husband, he was not working. She was the one that was working. But then that gap did not show because she made a statement. She said it was a man's man.
I was wondering what does that mean?
I feel like it meant that this man knew who he was, and he knew that his role as a leader did not just hinge on his financial capability. Away from his finances, he was still able to lead his home. She said he would pray for her before going out in the morning. When she comes back in the evening, he would ask, how was your day? He knows that almost everybody in her office. He would engage her. He was not moping around because he could not provide for his family, because a lot of men will now let that weigh them down. Right? And I was saying that a lot of men have made finances the be-all and do-all of their expression as a man. And that's not true, because even these days we are having independent women. You are an independent woman, Esther. Are you not independent?
Let's not go to that. Let's not go there.
But like I'm saying that we have a lot of women who are now standing up for themselves, who are doing great things for themselves. So if money is everything and all that you are bringing to the table as a man, sorry, you need to go back to your drawing board.
So which angle do I speak from?
Find a space, fit in.
Okay, let me first speak from the perspective of my fellow men, typical fellow African Nigerian young man. Now, you just said something now that, because somebody is listening to see as I'm out the rule. That's how it be. It's not about money, it's about leadership. Somebody said, no, the first thing that a man is expected to provide is not money, it's provide leadership. And then the average young man on the street say, you are speaking too much English. Some of these young ladies today, if you are not financially capable, that's beginning of stress in the home or relationship. That's beginning of, in fact, some don't even want to even listen to you. You understand? This has become a serious issue in the society today. I don't know, maybe the economy is also contributing to it, that I even heard something. A lady literally asked the guy how much is his salary before she would, say yes. Or this is not even about maybe he has a vision or he's a man with vision. How much is your salary? Can you afford me? Can we? Do you have what it takes? Like, the money conversation is a big deal to an average young man out there. Take it or leave it. So it's, of course, I'm still going to talk from the other angle, but I'm just speaking from the perspective.
So you're saying now that money is primary to a man's expression.
For most men out there, and many ladies.
Why is this so? Why is money primary?
Because of how many ladies have chosen to respond in this circumstance or situation. So if you don't have financial capability, the lady does not take it seriously. She just even...
But then in the olden days, the word around was, if you follow a man with
vision,
with television, and you leave a man with vision,
Yes.
you watch the man with vision on your husband's television, right? That I think I jumped it up,
Yes.
but that was it.
That's
In the olden days,
exactly
the
it.
emphasis was on a man's vision, a man's sense of directions, a man's leadership. But now these days, the focus is on a man's pockets, his wallets, his money.
My sister,
How did we get
that? I think the ladies have more to answer to this because
Over to you.
I want to come in there.
Yeah. So men,
there
we're gradually getting there.
are two things. There are
Yes.
two things I want to speak on.
Yes.
The first being that, trust me for a fact that Mr.
Alright.
Brown.
Okay, Mr. Brown.
Mr. Brown was not happy in the situation that he was in.
Of course, yes.
He was not happy in the situation that he was in, right?
Yeah, agreed.
But the one thing he did right was to make things easier for his wife that was actually working, while he was still looking for opportunities to make money, to
Like
bring
I said,
money
he didn't-
into
he
the
didn't
house.
wallow in that joblessness.
Exactly. He paid for her. He took care of the house the best way he could. He was supportive.
present.
He was present, right? So it can be the fact that he was not making money at that time does not mean
He
that
was not making impact
Exactly.
in other areas.
exactly.
Now this-
So wait,
okay.
please permit me to make the 2 points I want to make.
Okay.
So let's acknowledge that, right? So what I'm trying to bring out of that is that men, even if you do not have that, a woman will stay with you if she sees this other things.
Yeah, if she sees other qualities that
The
money
second
cannot
point-
even buy.
The
Sometimes.
second point is, men, I would advise you not to go with the crowd.
Exactly.
If the majority is about, if the world is saying that women want this, women want that, women are this and that, and then you live your life based on those narratives, right? Then you would not have tangible what's it called, outcome of the things that you do in life. Let me give perspective to it, right? You have someone, we have a group of people walking on the bridge, right? But because people are afraid that, oh, this bridge seems shaky, some people are jumping off the bridge, some people are when you know that the bridge can take you, and the bridge
You
is
have
steady.
conviction.
You have confidence the bridge is steady, and you are able to walk from one point to the other point of the bridge. But because people are just unnecessarily afraid that this and this and this, they start jumping off the bridge, you now say that you follow them, you follow suit. Because women out there, because the narrative that women out there are materialistic, does not mean that you should now live your life around that narrative. You know what is right. What is right? Yes, it's best if you have a job and you can provide for your family. But if you do not, what else can you do to make sure that your family still stands? That person that is even making money, how do you support her to make sure that she doesn't feel weary making the money?
And I'd like to add that is even a misconception to say that all women are materialistic, because not all women are materialistic.
Exactly.
Plus, a lot of men are insecure around a woman that is actually now making money and earning big. Because some men will tell you they cannot marry a woman who is earning more than them. So how about that as well? All women are materialistic, yet you cannot go with a woman that is making more money than you. So
Yeah,
Let's bring balance. Some
Exactly.
women can be very arrogant and disrespectful.
Yes, there is that.
because
There is that.
they make
Because
more
they make
money,
more money. There
right?
is that, yes.
Because of that, like some men also do not want to stay with women that make more, right? But my point here is, what is the right thing to do? Even as a woman, what is the right thing to do? When you have
So
a
it ties to
spouse,
both genders.
when you have a spouse that is not making as much or is not making anything, how do you support the spouse? How do you speak about them outside
Because
so that you bring
Maria coming
opportunity
here to talk about her man
Exactly.
when he was in a place when he was down and everything. It shows
Today
that
he's
she
not there.
valued him
Yes.
even when he was in that state.
Exactly.
If she despised him in that state, she would not be able to say this. So it ties to
No.
both genders.
Funny enough, I saw a video. I know it's almost 2 against
No,
1 now.
you keep
But funny
continuing.
enough,
I'm waiting for you guys.
I saw a video recently, right? It's this woman in Abuja, Nigerian. She said that when she married her husband, along with an Okada man, she was working. Along with an Okada man, she married him. Today they run a photography business, a thriving photography. Because I would say thriving because she was pointing to the business and the building where the business was, and they left the type of car that she was driving shows that they were doing very well. So today they have a family business of photography.
Going with a man with vision.
Exactly.
Now, as much as I love these beautiful points that you guys have, because I actually agree, you know, how do you now convince your gender out there to also uphold this same mindset? You know, English is sweet to speak. Oh, you know the way both of you are speaking now. I'm a man. I know what's up out there. You get it. All these things you have said, that's how it's supposed to be. Are you getting about? I'm saying that a larger percentage of women, ladies, young ladies out there, in fact, some of them that even feel, okay, let me give him maybe a benefit of the doubt, but she's asking herself, if I try to stay with him, okay, we start together, what's the assurance that things will turn out well? Okay, Mariah's husband, he was down at some point, but she had faith in him enough that, okay, things will turn out. Some ladies look at, are you sure that, even the place of, somebody told me that ladies are not even really praying when it comes to knowing who to say yes to. They pray just for religious, sake. Like they open their eyes like this guy, what is he doing? Where is he going? So I think we need to balance it. Number one, we need to speak to the ladies out there, or maybe what are the things you see in a guy to make you know that, okay, this guy, he doesn't have today, but based on this, I can see that he's a man going somewhere and I can follow him. What are the things you will see in a man? So I think we should pick it from there. Yeah. That's one. Then for the young men out there too, the truth is an average young man is really trying. That's just the truth. The economy is not really helping matters, but we cannot stay there. Personally, as a young man, I am intentional and I'm someone that loves I take responsibility. I don't like to give excuse like, oh, economy is bad. No. In this same economy, there are people my age that are thriving, doing well. That's my own mindset. But I'm just speaking for my, fellow guys out there who ladies are showing them shaggy, even Christian sisters. You understand, with all the tongue talk and everything, as long as you don't have the result, they don't even want to. So let's speak to the ladies. What are you going to see in a guy to make you know, okay, this guy, he doesn't have today, but I can see prospect. Let's address that. And then for the men, we now talk about, we also, because some men too are lazy. They just, they're not making effort. They're not, no. Even me, I will not support any young lady to take you seriously. So that's the balance I think we should bring to this.
I'd like to say that it's not so much as seeing a man who has arrived, but knowing a man that knows where he's going to and how to get there.
When a man knows where he's going to
and how to get there. Personally, for me, I'm okay with that. I'm not even looking for someone that has arrived. Good for you if you have arrived. But I'm okay with you when you know for a fact where you are going and you know how to get there.
So wait, is your social media handle displayed? Because this you are saying, I'm sure some men will enter your DMs. I've been looking for a lady like this.
Like I said, you need to know where you are going and how to get there in clear terms. And you must be able to sell that idea to me, sell that vision to me. And if I buy it,
you just give the man the code to get it.
Okay, so this conversation.
I like that point. That was just on light. I know that was sharp.
This conversation can take the next couple of hours.
Yes, I'm looking at our time now.
It can take the next couple of hours, but I just wanted to give something to it. I think this is why we need women and men to be rooted in Christ.
Yes.
to understand the core values, to understand the purpose God has given them. If you know your purpose and you know what your future marriage is supposed to speak to, and the purpose of future marriage, then it will not be, that will not be the only criteria that you use in choosing your partner. That will not be. It will be that, what is God saying about this union? Is God saying that this union is a union that will fulfill this purpose? If God is saying that, it's now you to go back to God and tell God, you're giving me this person. This person needs to be able to provide. You understand? Because you said, because the Bible says that if a man cannot provide for his family. Exactly. So if that's what the Bible is saying, then God, you need to be able to put my husband, my partner, in a position to provide. Yeah. And before that now happens, before God now brings that to fruition, right? We need to be able to, as women, stand and support our partners.
As real helpmates.
Exactly. And also as men, understand that in your downtime, it's a time that you need to also show your support for this person that's also bringing in most of the money. I married a man he was working, right? But I married a man filled with vision. He's not where he plans to be, but we live in a reality that we are there already.
Yes.
So some of the things that you can do. I call myself First Lady because I'm going to say it on TV, on live TV, because my husband is going to be the next president of Nigeria.
The next president?
Yes. So
next?
Yes. Not immediate next, but don't worry.
They'll come for you.
So I call myself First Lady because that is the vision, that is the plan, right? So if that is the plan, you encourage each other towards that plan, towards the assignment that God has given you. Yeah. So that is why, like I said before, that we need to have women and women rooted in Christ, and not have money be just the criteria, the driving factor, exactly, in choosing your partner.
Because why are we even looking at money? Money is a tool.
Exactly.
Money is just a vehicle. Money is not everything.
It is a tool.
So
money is just a vehicle.
We still have Christ-like, Christ-minded sisters like this. Okay, well, glory be to God. All right.
Don't worry, God will bring her.
Amen.
Amen. All right. I believe I actually love the angles we all spoke from your side. I deliberately spoke from the perspective of my fellow young men out there, because that's what is happening on the street out there, even in the church. You understand? We can't afford to pretend as if we don't know. But I really love the angles my two sisters here have spoken from. That's just the way it is. I pray that God would connect everyone with the right spouse that deserves you and that you deserve.
Yes.
Abi?
Yes.
That prayer is correct. Thank you very much. So we'll be going on short break. We'll be right back shortly.
To me, when I got married, I was lucky to hear the book Mrs. Upaushka say, it's not money is important, but that's not what makes your husband a husband. It's his ability to lead. My husband is a man's man. When we started, he didn't have a job. The first few years, I was doing everything. But you would never know. Not because of what I did, it was because of how he carried himself. Before I go out to pray for me, I'll come in as if like somebody, he listens to me, how I was working. He knows everybody in my office. He asked questions. He was committed. So he was a man. He wasn't on the couch potato, worried. He was in charge. When he comes to the house, he takes decisions, we discuss it. So even though things are not financially, I still respected him because he was a man's man. So what is it? It's about how you carry yourself. That's what a woman respects, because we respect leadership. Money is good. Money is good, but that leadership ability, it's important to us. So I think
I'm so happy. You know why?
AM Live on RTM.
Firstly, it starts with what?
In realizing you, creating intention.
That thing that you are going through that you need help in.
Now putting it to action.
We might be the ones that God will use to talk about.
The intentional woman.
Here we are.
Is birth.
AM Live on RTM. RTM.
You're welcome, and it's time for our inspiration segment, and taking us on that is Sion Oluwaseun.
All right, so welcome to the inspiration segment, and today we'd like to talk about people pleasing and living your life in accordance to people's dictates, or the how do I put it now, the laws of the society. Esther mentioned something similar to that, and I was really glad that she did, because you cannot afford to live your life in a way that the world dictates. You cannot afford to listen to every noise that you hear. You cannot afford to allow people's opinion and perspectives to shape your convictions. All right, as an individual, you should have a backbone for yourself. Know what it is that you are doing. Know where you are going, and let that be your focus, with God as your help, with the Holy Spirit as your guide. All right, because people pleasing shows up in different ways. It can come from our parents. It can come from even spiritual authority. It can come from our friends, right? Peer pressure being one of the ways where, and because a lot of people are impressionable, you cannot say that you are immune to the influence of people around you. We are not immune. But what we are trying to say is that even in that interaction, all right, even in you being with this person or being around these people, you are still not allowing their perception to shape yours. All right, you are not allowing your parents' fear, for example. Maybe your parents have a fear of a certain tribe, maybe because they had a bad example with that tribe, and now you want to get married to somebody from that tribe, and then they are, because of that fear, they are pushing back against your relationship. Right, we see that happen. You cannot, because of that, say, especially when you know that this is the person that God has chosen for you, you cannot, because of your parents' fear or misgivings, to allow you to miss out on God's will for yourself. So people pleasing is a real thing, and we should guard against it, because at the end of the day, you cannot please everybody. You cannot you cannot satisfy everybody. All right. You cannot love everybody, and everybody also cannot love you. So let's be pleased with that fact. All right, let's be pleased with the fact that you cannot love everybody and everybody cannot love you. But then be a good human being, be your own person. All right, be kind, be cautious, be polite to everybody, but do not let other people's impression to shape you.
Thank you very much for that, Sion. People pleasing. Why do people try to please others? Is this maybe low self-esteem, or?
Well, like I said, we are all impressionable. Right? If I start to interact with you over a couple of time now, I'll begin to pick some things from you. You begin to pick some things from me. It is natural, because we are social beings, right? We are all impressionable. But what I would not allow now is, maybe you have anger. Let's say, for example, you have anger issues now. I'll not start letting that anger issues rub off on me. No, that is one thing that I'll not allow. So yes, we can glean from people, from positive sides. We can glean from people, all right? But don't let their negative sides rub off on you, and don't let negative perceptions to rub off on you. All in a bit of, you want to please this person, you want to make them happy, and then you now start to go against your own values.
Sharp.
Okay, so I think that people pleasing, right, can come in subtle ways, and not maybe not in major ways like you have mentioned. Can come in subtle ways. Like, for instance, you want to buy a wig, for instance, and then you're thinking, you can only afford wig of, let's say 50K, for instance, and you know that, okay, 50K wig comes to a level of maintenance that you can afford, but you say that, okay, but a friend of mine has this one, and it's more expensive, and
like, it's 50K.
And it's 250K, and you're like, okay, and you probably go borrow, or you go just to please their likeness, or just to make them like you better. So that's
because you want to be among.
Exactly, and that's another form of people pleasing, right? Another example would be that help me phrase it, Holy Spirit. Okay, so you have a friend, right, who comes to you and talks to you about certain people or certain things, and then even though you're not comfortable with them, but because you you just want to make your friend okay, just to please your friend,
Feel
like, okay,
welcome, yeah.
and just so that they feel comfortable interacting with you. You also start talking about people when you know that your heart of hearts does not feel comfortable discussing such matters, especially when it's gossip, when it's about other people, right? So people pleasing comes up in different ways, and I think that it is more prominent in our time.
Yes.
Because we have a lot of people that are on social media showing off what they have and what they don't
A
have.
lot of people are performative.
Exactly. And then we have the ones that don't have what they have, trying to
The wannabes.
exactly please them and trying to make them feel. And the core of people pleasing is just wanting people to accept you. When you don't necessarily, yes, acceptance is good, but you don't necessarily have
I think I'll
to
say
stay.
to like you for what you are not, to accept you for what you are not, because you are not this thing.
Exactly.
You're putting on a facade.
Exactly.
So you want them to like you for what you are not.
Exactly.
And that's the core of people pleasing. But just be yourself. People that will like you will like you.
We like you. That confidence
the
in
more
who you are.
you are, the more attractive you become.
Exactly.
Yes.
For those that are also natural to themselves,
That are true to themselves.
that are true to themselves. Because if you are true to yourself, the ones that are lying would see you as
doing too much.
as being less than. Right? Or as being, you're not up to par. But you're just being yourself, right? You are living within your means. You're living according to how you are able to, right? But because of you are not, you're not what they are, they see you as less than. So people pleasing is, please help me, people pleasing is you not acting natural to who you are. So even if you are being yourself, if the other person is not themselves, they see you as less than.
And I like to add that people pleasing is cutting your coat more than your size. When you begin to cut your coat more than, because you want to accommodate other people's inadequacy. Accommodate other people's, it's not your job to accommodate other people's inadequacy. Of course, there's a place of tolerance, but not at the detriment of your own. Like she made mention of the fact that you have somebody coming to you to discuss with other people, and you're not okay with it. But because you want to accommodate this person, you want to make them feel heard, you're now cutting your coat more than your size.
All right. With these few points of ours, we believe we've been able to convince you, or not to confuse you, that don't be a people pleaser. Be a God pleaser, and be true to yourself.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we have just about 2-3 minutes to the end of AM Live, but of course I know you're waiting for what are you guys bringing up for the fun sport segment today. Yeah, we're thinking actually what should we bring. In fact, one random thought that came to my head, but let me not talk about it because we might bring that tomorrow. But we want to quickly show you a video. You know, we just talked about Mr. Bosun, you know, the minister who was on
the board of AI.
You understand? So we just okay, let's create something with AI to depict something. You know, anger is something very destructive. A lot of people cannot control their emotions, their temperamental, even for small things like this. You know, the more angry you become, the more you just keep spoiling things, you just keep, you know, ruining the entirety. So with that look, okay, let's create a situation that everybody can relate with. So this young guy, you know, was trying to kill a mosquito, and it was, if I just watch the video we created with AI actually. Watch it.
RTM.
You're welcome back. So, you know, look at that guy. Probably if I just, you know, stayed and then followed the direction of the mosquito, just killed it. But now he has destroyed his TV, you know, destroyed so many things in the house just to kill one mosquito. I don't know if anybody can relate with that. You know, I've realized that these mosquitoes, some of them are demonic.
Some mosquitoes are actually annoying. Yes.
I think demonic is the right word. You know, imagine an expensive phone as this. They will now be flying around the phone. So if you are not very careful, what is this? You just You know, that was what happened to that man. You know, of course, that was really, really very funny. But what we can just pick up from, what may I picked from that and from my experience with mosquitoes is that you have to be, if you have anger issues, mosquito will teach you a lesson that you will not forget quickly. I'm serious, because sometimes they will be flying around expensive things. You understand? They will, or you know, maybe part of your body that is very sensitive that you are not careful, you just hit yourself there. Can you,
And
do you have any
I'd like to
mosquito
say that
experience?
this video just underscored for me the fact that sometimes what is making you angry is very little compared to what will get destroyed if you give in to that anger. He was trying to kill mosquito, a very tiny
But the TV
insect,
broke.
but the
Table
TV broke, and it destroyed. So most times, what is making you angry compared to the bigger picture is inconsequential.
Yes.
So most times, just find a way to, if you had just found a way to, I mean, kill, or just even let the mosquito go its own way.
I
Sometimes
mean, technology has advanced to the point where you can find an insecticide and just spray the mosquito, and
But
it will
it's not
die.
every time. It's not every time you do that. You understand that?
and
Sometimes
besides, just
you
tell the mosquito we live to fight another day.
like on a lighter note, there was a particular guy. It was where did this happen? I can't remember. Was it church or some or office? I can't remember. The guy, you know, passed the night and the mosquito was disturbing him. He tried to, you know, it was just a loss. So at some point, and he couldn't sleep. So at some point, he now said, true life stories. The guy now, like, he was so tired. He has, you know, he now said, okay, I surrender. Eat me. Just keep eating, like, because, you know, let me just sleep. And then miraculously, God did it that none of the mosquitoes touched him. He just slept. I said that was like God's divine intervention. So mosquitoes can really, really be very annoying. That's just, but the moral of it is, you know, control your temper. Yeah, that's the word I was going to say. So control it. And like Sion said, truly, you know, when you look at what really happened, and it takes just 2 or 3 seconds pause before you act, you know, irrationally, that's the word. You understand? So there was even a time I put up an article, the 2-second rule, because I realized that if you can just take 2 seconds, you will not have said what you wanted to say. You will not have acted
The way you
know.
acted.
So, and somehow it has been helping me. So you can also do the
Adapt
same.
that. So I just wanted to also remind us that AM Live is live on RTM, Redemption Television Ministry. And RTM can be watched from the comfort of your home, on the way to work, wherever you are, you can tune into RTM. RTM can be found on www.redemptiontm.tv. You can go to our website to watch the live TV. You can download our app either on the App Store or on the Google Play Store, and the app is called RTM TV 1. Right? RTM TV 1. You can also follow us on all social media platforms, on X, on Facebook, Instagram, on TikTok, and on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube, and we have other amazing programmings that you can tune into and you can enjoy. We have things like your Christian in Politics, Kingdom Professional, Intentional Women, Safety Hour, and so much like that you can tune into and enjoy. Follow RTM. We are always here to serve you. We are redeeming lives by God's grace.
So sorry. Thank you very much for joining us on AM. I know it was Thank you so much. We'll be here again tomorrow by the special grace of God. My name is Shayo John Adebayo, and she is
Oluwaseun.
So it was a lighter note.
And I am Esther Josh Matiluko. Thank you for joining us today.
Bye.
Bye.
AM Live on RTM.
Love will know they disappoint. Never tries to prove a point to me. One way or another, your will for me is sure in my life. Something to discover. Every day I walk with you. So would you guide me in the shadow of your wings? I know you hide me away from the turbulent wind. and saturate my heart with love. Idabasi ayoke send me, Imabasi ayoke send me. And after all is said and done, I am assured that even in my weakness you are good. Even when I'm broken, you are good. And in sunshine or rain, you are good. I am not forsaken, you are good. When the storm is raging, you are good.